All right. Alrighty, welcome to the Pretty Losers Hour. Today we've been talking about forgiveness. My name is Trisha. And in this corner, no, I'm just kidding. In this corner, we have Nirvana Lee.
Hi, girl. Hey.
Everybody, Nirvana Lee. Hold on. Hold on. And in the other corner, we have Miss Beautiful Alicia, a.k.a. Alicia. And tonight, being our referee, we have Miss Christy Collins. And I am your host, Trisha. Yay! I get no claps. What the hell?
I'm going for you.
So tonight we're talking about forgiveness, and as you can see, we are missing our little Heather Smether, and hopefully she will be back with us next week, or the week after. She is enjoying her lovely vacation in the lovely state of Florida. Quick update, Nirvana here, the girl you're seeing on your screen. She just had a procedure today. That's why she's wrapped in this pink fuzzy blanket. How are you doing, Nirvana? Are you drugged so I can come over and punch your titty? I mean, poke your titty? I mean, poke your ass?
Yes. No.
All of the above.
Sort of.
Well, we're going to play gentle with Nirvana because, as you can see, she's a little delicate flower. Ooh, what was that? Okay. Christy's like full of sound effects today. I think she was, I don't know. Okay, Nirvana's going to kick your ass tonight because she doesn't let me play with the sounds. I don't know how she's going to feel about you playing with the sounds.
Okay, I'm putting the phone down. It's down.
Yeah, Nirvana's going to kick your ass, not my ass this time. Chrissy, stop that!
It was not me.
I'm gonna hurt you. Seriously.
So, for those of you who don't know Miss Alicia, you are probably living under a fucking rock. When I think of the weight loss community, I automatically think Miss Beautiful Alicia. So, she's been around the block or two or three, and we're not talking about her love life here. She's given up. She's got back on that horse. She's done it, you know. If there's a diet out there, she's tried it. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself for those of us who are living under a fucking rock in, I don't know, somewhere.
Well, I can't imagine that anyone would not know who I am. AKA the drama starter.
Oh, that's a good one. That's actually a good one. I like that.
Did I say that?
Did
I didn't say that.
See, I need my phone now.
No, I started, actually started this whole weight loss thing a few years ago, and I had surgery on June 5th, 2013. I was 560 pounds at my highest, and now I'm 376, and, fighting every day. And I've been around the block or two with these ladies.
Oh. So let's just jump into that. As far as you say, like, being around the block. I just hope I posted the right link, by the way. Being around the block, I guess I don't know how to say this delicately, so I'm not going to be delicate. Um, I guess people have all kind of know you as people like you have a lot of friends, and then you have a lot of drama. So what's up with that? Let's just ask what's up with that. What the fuck?
Well, let me just say, people tend to think that I start or I try to start a lot of drama, and that's not really how it is. I I say sometimes I say what I feel. I say things, and people do get the impression that try to start. I'm starving for attention, and that's not what I'm doing. Um I started out when I started out, like I had literally no friends, like nobody, no friends. And so going from having nobody to all of a sudden having all these friends and have like close to you, it's a scary thing, It's just a scary thing. Like how do you act, how do you interact with people that you've never done it before, you know? And I don't know. I think that things sometimes happen, and and people can sometimes act like assholes, and not realize what's right in front of their face, you know, and yeah, that's what happened.
Well, I mean, I would like to say that, first off, it's really awesome of you to publicly apologize about what happened between you and Nirvana. We won't get into like the details, but I mean, if you follow Nirvana or if you follow Alicia, you kind of know the story about what happened and what was said. I'm sure a little pokes and jabs were said about me too. Um, but the things I think what really gets me is that here in this community, or in any community, I guess, when people are on YouTube or whatever, and fights are just so public that it's really hard to move on from that point. I know Nirvana was really hurt by everything that happened, and I'm sure you were too. I didn't see that side of it. I just kind of ejected myself, and um, I just think that it's really awesome for you guys to kind of step back and just say, okay, let's move forward. So I know Nirvana, you're in pain right now, but I mean, what made you want to just say, hey, let's just squash it? Was it like, hey, it's a new year, new start, or I mean, what's your perception on this?
I think, I had been. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't. Uh, you guys have to forgive me. I went under anesthesia today, and so I'm kind of fuzzy, and it's going to be like that all day. So, if I'm not sound.
Just say, okay, let's move forward. Whoa,
What was that?
What's that?
I have no idea.
Okay. Anyway, so um, I didn't really like not talking to Alicia. I didn't like it, but I couldn't abide by what happened and then the things that followed afterwards. I couldn't, put that into perspective because I was hurt, and when people are hurt, they do stupid shit and they say stupid shit and things happen. So, I happened to have had a really rough night. You guys saw the video where I felt like I had absolutely no one who understood. And one of the people that can honestly say that she knows what it feels like is Alethea. And she just happened to message me in a very vulnerable spot where it just broke me down, and I said, you know what, I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of I'm tired of harboring all this anger and pain and depression over what happened. And you know, instead of ignoring her like I was doing, you know, because she had tried to talk to me many times before, and I just wouldn't answer, you know. So I decided to say, you know what, it's the new year, and I don't want to carry this any longer. I don't want to worry about if I post something, is she gonna see it? You know, to. I didn't want any more drama than we'd already had, and I knew that, you know, she didn't want it either. So it was time to grow the fuck up and put it to rest. Like, that's just how I feel about it. And so we did, and that's why we're on here.
Do you have anything to say, Christy? Do you have any questions? If you guys have any questions whatsoever, you can message me at Trisha Pretty on Facebook, or leave a comment on the thing below, and we'll get to it. So, Chrissy, do you have any comments or questions? I mean, you stayed friends with both Nirvana.
That's the hard thing. I was first friends with Alicia, and then I got introduced to Nirvana, and then we were friends, and then it happened between them two.
I'm sorry, your hat is just so awesome.
I got stuck in the middle. I mean, I didn't get stuck in the middle because they didn't tag team me and nothing like that. They both, you know, they both appreciated that I was going to be both of their friends, but keep their privacy private between both of them. You know.
She wanted to get tag team though. She wanted.
Don't tell.
I'm sorry.
That's her idea of tag team.
It's because I was blowing nails. But, you know, but they were appreciative of that, you know, and you know, it was hard. It was really hard to sit there and be friends with two people that were, it seemed like it was such a
tense as fuck.
Yes, very tense, you know. And it brought tension to a lot of other friends that were in the same, you know, were friends with both of them too, because I saw things and I heard things, and you know, you just have to step back and, like, I'm your friend, you know, okay, but I don't want nothing to be part of that, but I'm your friend, you know. If you need to talk, I'm here.
Yeah.
But it was hard, but I'm glad, you know, that it's a new year. It's time to sit there and move forward.
It is. And, you know, the topic, yes, is about Nirvana and Alicia, but, you know, I just think that, you know, Nirvana said that she wanted to talk about forgiveness, and I was like, that's an awesome topic because it's the new year, and, you know, it's time to forgive things, and people, wake up, Nirvana. Nirvana, wake up.
Can I say one thing about what happened? Like, I know that the other day, I got a lot of great comments on my video, and I got some not so great comments on my video. And I know that people think that I was making that video to get attention, and that was so far from the truth. Like, I'm sorry, guys, but you have to understand, like, I got really close to these ladies, and like, honestly, Nirvana, she knew exactly what I was going through, being around and have gone through surgery and stuff, and she taught me so many things that, you know, how to damn make chicken slop, you know. I mean, who can forget that? You know, but the people that sat there and said, well, you know, you don't need to, you know, why are you making this video? Why are you doing that? You know what? I did it because I wanted her and everyone to know that this was sincere. This wasn't like a game to me. I was very sincere. You know, I really was. And I was just hoping that by doing this, her and everyone else around her would understand that this wasn't something to be like, oh yeah, I'm sorry. You know, it really has meant the world to me that we've been able to work on our friendship. You
And I
know,
can
and
vouch
this
for that too, because me and Alicia sat there and talked a couple of times, and she sat there and she cried, and she was sincerely sorry when she told me. But I didn't go back and tell Nirvana because I kept it apart from each other, because that's what they both wanted. So
Hmm.
but I just want people to know that it wasn't something that I did for myself. It wasn't I didn't do that as a selfish act. Like I didn't do that. You know? I did it because I wanted her to know that I truly was sorry. And specifics are not even important right now, but I truly am sorry for everything that I've done to her, you, Trisha, you know, everyone around. Like, I truly am sorry. And that's what the video was about. It wasn't about to let me get attention and let me do this. I don't care about that attention. I just did it to say, look, I want to move forward. I want to move forward.
That's important, and it's really important that people can squash your, whatever it is. And when this started happening, I called Alicia and I was like, look, I never, ever, 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 ever want to hear anything negative about Nirvana, me, Heather, any of us, Christy, Heather's mom, whatever. And she's like, I promise it's over, I'm sorry. And I think I threatened to take your cat away or something. I don't know what I threatened, but I'm serious, and she was serious, and I told her about it. I was like, I think she's sincere, but I kind of just called Alicia and threatened her. I just didn't want to see Nirvana hurt anymore, and it was important. When Nirvana's upset, it upsets me. Just like any other friend. So I'm just glad that you guys can be adults and move forward, and we'll see what happens in this awesome community. What do you think, Nirvana, over there?
No,
Someone needs to wave some click in front of her.
I think it's important, and I I don't like. I'm so sorry, my brain is so not here. I don't. I think that everybody in the community should get along. Like I think it's very hard to see very strong personalities clash, like her and I, and people feeling like they needed to pick sides. Whether we asked them to or not, it still brought the community down, and I didn't like that. I didn't like people feeling like, they couldn't celebrate my victories or they couldn't celebrate her victories, or, if they watched her show, or they could watch our show. I don't like that. I don't like it doesn't need to be split up and segregated that way. You
Not at
know,
all. Mm-mm.
this needed to happen, and you know, I was so tired of being mad. I was tired of being pissed and like having people come to me and telling me things that she would say about me, or having people come to me and telling me that, or telling her that I would say something stupid. It's too much effort, and I'm too old for that. I'm too old for high school. She said, he said bullshit. I don't want to deal with that anymore. I don't want that because all it does is depress me, and I didn't want to do it. It's too old for this, and I think that if you really want to share your journey and you really want to help people and you really want to make friends, then forgiving is a huge part of it. I know, and another reason, the reason I wanted to talk about this tonight is because I personally have a lot of forgiving that I need to do for things that happened in my past. You know, the things that happened when I was a kid, things that happened when, you know, I was an adult, things that led me to eat myself to death. Forgiveness is a really, really important part of life, because if you can't forgive, then you can never, ever, you know, become healthy again, because you're just going to keep reliving it. And that's what I've done most of my life, is I just keep reliving those things that hurt me. And I'm never going to get healthy. I'm always going to turn to food, because it's always going to piss me off, and it's always going to make me want to grab that bag of chips and eat the entire thing, or the bag of candy, or, you know, eat half a pie within 2 days. And I think that, you know, all of us, I know all of us sitting in this room right now, you know, in the chat, have things that we need to let go of. We need to forgive and forget and be able to move on.
I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. I really agree. And you know, I read somewhere, I don't know if I heard it or read it, but they say when you carry all that baggage with you, that, you know, that's always going to prevent you from losing weight. Or it's like if you have a messy house, your body's going to be messy. Or if you have a cluttered house, your body's going to be cluttered. Don't look behind me, by the way. This is my office, my eBay work, and all this crap in here. So, I mean, it's like, exactly, that's boxes and boxes of crap. I just came home from vacation, damn it. So, you know, and that goes with emotional clutter, too. We do have some comments I do want to read, and first off, I just want to say that Lena Cochina is in the house. What's up, Lena Cochina? You're not going to do it? And Mom's Makeup 07. I don't know Nirvana. I hope to get to know her. But I saw how much Alicia really did miss Nirvana, even if she didn't say it. I'm so glad that you were able to put things, what happened aside and move forward. You don't forget, but you can forgive, which is true. Penny R says, hello, pretty ladies. I'm probably going to say this. Xena, Warrior Princess. Hey, ladies, love you all. I'm happy to see you all smile again with each other. Mr. Rob Reno says, Daddy's in the house tonight. Is that okay that we call him Daddy?
Yeah, that's what it goes by.
I didn't know Daddy liked to be called Daddy. Okay, I can do that. Hi, Daddy. And then Daddy said, Alicia and I had a falling out in the past. After several months, we were able to work it out and mend the differences. We apologized to each other for hurt feelings and pains caused by said things. I think life is too short to hold ill feelings, and we have to put a period and move on. That's true. Good life lesson for everyone. Forgiveness doesn't come with a debt. Forgive and start to making memories to last a lifetime. Hugs to all. Daddy, aka Roberino. And I did get some personal questions that they don't want to use the names. I started YouTube after the spat took place, so I only knew some of the one-sided fight. Alicia says she doesn't know how it started. Is that true, or is it a cop-out?
You know, I think that there was just a lot of stuff that kind of came really quick. And honestly, like, I feel like so much time has gone by, and, like, there was a lot going on that I honestly can't remember exactly what it was that started it. Honestly, I can't. Like, I can't sit here and pinpoint, you know, because I feel like, you know, honestly, from my side, there was a lot that happened, and I can't pinpoint exactly what it was.
And I think it's to remember, you know, yeah, you guys, it all happened. It was all crazy. It all exploded. But let's not, let's, yes, be conscious of what happened. Let's be conscious of why it happened. But most importantly, let's move forward. And when you think about things that just happened and you think about things that were said, that's whenever it starts to hurt just a little bit more, and you're like, okay, am I doing the right thing? So I would just really like to move forward from it, because I'm not going to say I'm going to forget everything, but to forgive is to move on, and to move on is to grow. So I think it's really important for us to just grow from this. Nirvana,
Yeah.
I just love you so much. You're just so cute over there. Hank!
We're not fine.
So do you have any comments or anything, Christy? I don't know if anybody's messaged you with comments or questions.
No, I was just looking over the comments on the website. I mean, on the video. VSG Southern Belle said she's here. Hi, she's here.
I did.
And so did Zine, Madam One. She said, hey, Zine is also in the house, so good to see you all. And Kim Could Do It said, hi, girls, I love you all.
Hi, Kim. I'm sorry you're freezing your ass off.
But no, I mean, I'm just glad. Oh, we have a first-time watcher, God, I can't even say it now. Road, first time watching all the way from Australia.
Oh, Tranquility Road. Welcome.
Yeah, I can't get it out of my mouth.
Giddy Thin Gwendolyn, sorry. We can't read or talk today. I don't know what's going on with us. You're exactly right. Harboring anger towards someone or about something just keeps you stuck in the same place like a prisoner. With me, every time I would think about the issue or the pain it caused, I stuffed those feelings back down with food. When I stop being angry, it allows you to face that problem, let go of the pain, move forward, and set yourself free. That's really good. I like that. I myself like to cover my pain with food too. It's something that I have to learn and to move from. But like when my grandma passed away, and that's the first thing I would just tell myself, to consciously not just put stuff in my face. And so far I'm doing good. So we'll see. But yeah, that's always my first go-to.
I think it's a lot of people's first go-tos. Anybody that's dealing with a weight issue, I think, my brother, he told me, I was sitting there telling him, because I'm like, I was stressed over this weekend after my dad had surgery, and I'm like, I'm sitting there eating, I'm like, why is it that you can sit there and when you're stressed, you run, or that I'm stressed, I sit there and I want to eat. And then he secretly pulls me aside, he goes, I eat too. So I don't know if it's everybody, but, it's a terrible habit, and we got to stop it.
It
Stress
is.
got to go away.
We also have a comment from Debbie Turner. I'm glad you're friends still. I hope you all can stay friends. It'd be sad to see this community fall apart. We all need each other. And Pink Fairy says hello. And Don Dominguez says, love you all. Lena, come back. Lena, cochina. So, I don't know what else to say as far as you guys go. We got the referee here. I was ready.
I just want to say that it's not. I mean, our friendship is. It's a work in progress. Day by day. It's not like we're not going. It's not like all of a sudden we're back to where we were. To begin with, like it's still. I feel like we're moving on and we're moving forward, and we're obviously there was hurt feelings and stuff, so there's you got to trust each other again, learn to trust each other again, and that takes time. It just takes time. And I'm willing to, I think we've all kind of been willing to, like put it in, and I mean, we all talk at different times. Trisha, we were chatting it up today, and and there's been different times, so I feel like it's a work in progress. It's not like, okay, all of a sudden we're just like best friends again. It's like a work in progress,
Yeah.
and it's gonna take, you know. But
Well,
yeah,
we all got to fill out the waters and see what happens. But
exactly.
I think, as far as forgiveness goes, it's so important for your journey and for you to not always just forget, but just forgive and just move forward. There's a lot of shitty things that have happened to me in my life, and I just have to remember how important it is. Forgiveness is not for the person that you're forgiving, it's for yourself, because you're always going to harbor that. And, it took me a long time to really understand that. I had a really shitty friend that was always awful to me, and she was an alcoholic, she was in a bad marriage, and she went to see therapist, and then she got sober, and then she came to me and she's like, look, I'm so sorry. And I held on to that grudge for years, and then it was just making me sick and just fatter and disgusting. And finally, when I let it go, it was like, it was a new me, it was a new person, it was just like I could breathe again. So I don't know if what you guys struggle with. I don't know your past. I mean, we all have different backgrounds, but sometimes just letting it go. It's not for that person that hurt you. It's not for that person that did all those awful things to you. It's about you and your journey and you making the best you that you can be. So just
Yeah,
think.
sometimes, when you think about like forgiveness, someone may have done something so awful to you, but just being able to forgive really takes that weight off of your shoulders. And
Absolutely.
know what you mean. Like, you can breathe. Like, yeah, a lot of bad things happen to, I mean, I'm sure a lot of bad things happened to all of us when we were younger, or throughout our lives, because that's why, I mean, we wouldn't get to use food if it wasn't for that, But I think even if you can't confront that person head on, you still have to give, because then that helps you move forward and move on.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
We need
Christy, do you have
more
anything to
support
add
in
to
this
this?
weight loss community.
What, honey? I didn't understand you.
I said we need to see more support in this weight loss community with everybody. I mean, we sit there and there's cliques and there's fights and there's argues and there's dislikes and this and that. It's not about that. It's about, supporting each other and helping each other. But, I understand, because I sat there and I get on people's nerves too, I'm sure. So, but, but we all have to learn to forgive and
Not
forget.
you, Christy.
We all have our ticks, damn it. And the thing is,
Right.
you're completely right. I've actually heard, this is another topic for another week, but I've actually heard that people will not talk to some people because they haven't had VSG
You were talking about that, yeah.
or lap band, or because they haven't had the weight loss surgery yet. And we're talking about that, I think, next week. And yeah, next week. So I just want you guys to be ready for this topic next week, because I think it's complete bullshit, and I will call you on it. So that's all I have to say. A journey is a journey, whether you went and had your stomach stapled to your asshole or whatever you did. It's still a journey, and it doesn't mean that just because I didn't have surgery, I'm not working as hard as you are. So, and vice versa, I'm so tired of people saying, oh, they just took the easy way out of having surgery. Are you kidding me? That is crazy talk. Like,
Yeah.
That is crazy. There's nothing easy about surgery. So, don't get me riled up, girl.
No, that's what I love about you, Trisha, is that you will call someone out. Be like, listen, you do what you gotta do, I love how honest and just open you are.
I'm
do.
serious. Like, that really pisses me off, because I would
No,
hate for someone to, like, try to, like, be inside of this weight loss journey. Like, seriously, this group has saved my life. And I've just started, like, it's just the tip of the iceberg for me. But it's like, I would have hated for someone to say, you know what, your journey, if you and Nirvana had sat there and said, you know what, your journey is not as important as mine is because I had surgery and you didn't, at that point, I would have lost it. I would still be in my bed crying.
Yeah.
You know, you never once said that to me, Alicia. Nirvana never once says that to me. Instead, she's always like, I'm so proud of you. You know, you're walking, you're doing this, you're doing that. And she's always encouraging me. And she's like, you know, if surgery is not your route, that doesn't mean I'm not going to support you. And that's how people need to be, period, down the line.
Oh yeah. I'm so about, you know, it pisses me off because I have friends on both sides, and it makes me so mad that people are like, well, I've had surgery, you know, I'm in this little clique. Why can't we all come together? Like, we are all, yeah, I had weight loss surgery 19 months ago, but you know what? I'm still trying to do the same thing, Trisha, that you are. You know, and Chrissy, I mean, we've all been in groups together, you know, and stuff. And, like, that's so important to me. It's like, we're all doing this together. You know, I don't care if you've had lap band, you know, ass band. I don't know. Right? Like, I don't care what you've had. Like, we are all doing this together. And why can't we support each other? You
And
know?
learn from each other.
There's
Like,
so much to be learned from it. You know, I've seen people who have lost tons of weight not having surgery. I've seen people have surgery and not lose crap, you know? Like, we're all the same. And that's why I always call this you know, it's not just the WLS, you know, it's all just weight loss, you know? We're a weight loss community. We're not a weight loss surgery community.
Exactly. And, you know, I think I was telling you last night, I was like, when I Googled weight loss or WLS, I didn't think in my head, it didn't click, oh, weight loss surgery. I thought it was weight loss support. And, you know, I was like, oh, I didn't know it was just about surgery. And, you know, yes, I'm still maybe one day, who knows. But it's like, I don't know, just support each other. Shit. You know, and then people are like, oh, well, she didn't have the surgery and everything that she's lost, it's going to come back because she didn't have the surgery. Who's to say everything that you lost, even though you had VSG, ABC, 1, 2, 3, it's not going to come back. You know, things can adapt to the body. So, you know, this is another subject next week, I know, because I will go crazy. It's about forgiveness, and I do not forgive you, whoever said that. You know who you are.
Forgive.
You know who you is. So, since we lost Nirvana, she's probably already sleeping in her jammies. I don't think we have any more questions. Let me refresh this and see. And if we don't, hold on. Dixie says she's here. Did we say hi to Dixie?
Yes, we did.
Okay. Elizabeth Santos Davison says hello. She just made it. Penny R says, right on, Trisha, I agree with you. But just because we have not had surgery does not mean our weight loss is not as important to us. I have found that there are some out there that only seem to click with other WLS members in the community. Penny, preach it, sister. That's next week, and you need to come next week. Lena said, all this made me very tense and made me drift away from wonderful people on Facebook. You guys are correct. Being upset with people is not good. When trying to be a loser, you end up in stalls. Anger is no good. Lena Cucina, preach it, baby. I know.
Can I say hi to Lena? Hi, Lena.
Nah.
Hi, I miss you.
I really miss Lena. Lena needs to bring it back. Penny R again says, I think we all have enough stresses trying to get this weight off. We don't need to cause extra stress in each other's life. Let's all love each other and cheer each other on from here on out, no matter what kind of journey you're on.
Amen.
Amen. I'm seriously about that. I'm just seriously over it. I'm trying to squash this hate, this let's put everybody in a box. isn't that what we learn? Not, to think outside of the box? Didn't we learn to be different?
I think we have to learn to love ourselves enough to be like, it's funny because, like, even though me and Nirvana weren't talking, I know that there was a couple of, times I did email her, and she's like, even though we're not talking, I'm still really proud of you. And I think that's what it's all about, like not being jealous and being, hey, we can all do this together.
Yeah.
You know.
There's no room for that.
I am jealous of Trisha because she's too darn cute.
That's right, bitches.
So.
Be jealous of it.
I forgive you for being so cute, Trisha.
Well, let's end this show being lovey-dovey and say one person that we're forgiven. We don't have to say why, but I will start off and say that I forgive my brother. That's all I'm saying. And what about you, Miss Referee?
There is so many. I forgive the people in high school.
Oh.
All of them.
Give me names, Christy, and I will kick their ass.
There's too many of them. I'll give you a yearbook. I got them all circled.
Circled with, like, arrows.
That's okay, honey, because I am going to go to one of my high school reunions, and they're all going to eat dust. So one day, I'm going to get there, and I'm going to be there soon. And hopefully it will be at my next reunion, and they can all kiss my ass.
You're going to eat her dust.
Christy, they are missing out because you're there now, okay?
That's right.
Okay? It's not about the weight number on the scale. It's about who you are, and you're there.
Oh, I know. I know it's not a number, but you know what? I think a lot of my problems started in high school, and those people, what they said, what they did, how they acted, it was torture. And that brought all the way up into my adult years. And I didn't learn how to forgive these people, and still didn't learn how to forgive these people until I would say maybe after my brother passed away last year in January. Life is too damn short, people. You gotta move on.
The people that gave me so much shit in high school are the ones that were on drugs now, or that they have like umpteen children and they're really fucking ugly. So,
it's funny because I was called fat a lot. They always tease me for being so big and fat in high school, and the ones that did it, I see them now, and guess who's fat now?
Yeah.
I saw you at Burger King eating that burger.
But I will name one person in high school, Chris Moffitt.
Oh. So she forgets Chris Moffitt. So Chris Moffitt, if you're listening, you're off her little list. Good job. What about you, Alicia?
Well, this was a really hard one for me for a long time, but I finally came to term and actually have forgiven my father just for the way he treated me, because I was never good enough, because of my weight. It all had to do with my weight. And I realized, that is issue, not mine.
Yeah.
And, and it helped me move on. Like, I literally could not even say his name because I would start bawling. And now I'm like, I realize that's him. It's not me, And I forgive him, I just know that I'm a better parent to my child than he was to me. And that's what matters to me.
That's really important, yeah. And, that's a really good way for you to spin all that negativity into something like you will never, ever, 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 ever treat Jordan the way he treated you.
Oh, yeah.
So that's, I'm not saying that was your life lesson, but it's just good that you learn from something that you never want to treat your child like that. So, in return, Jordan got an awesome mom. So,
thank you.
That's right.
That's how it is. But we will end this sappy shit now and tune in next week. I'm going to need that Rumble song again. Christy. So it's
I'm just gonna get this one before we leave. How about this one? Oh, hang on, I gotta turn the volume on. Here we go.
Hello.
Christy's working the volume thing now.
Let me take a selfie.
Okay, I'll do the Rocky theme before we go. Goodness gracious, I like that one. Take a selfie.
No stripper music.
If I could find them, there's so many.
Alicia's going to start stripping. That's what I heard. So tune in next week, and we're going to talk about WLS and what that means to us and whatever. So we will talk to you guys soon. Alicia, thank you for joining us. Nirvana, I hope you're sleeping well. And everybody send Nirvana lots and lots of love so she can feel better tomorrow and be back to her normal self. Or not her normal self, her better self. She's a naughty girl. All right, we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.